Brad Garlinghouse is asked to address Chris Larson's donations and who he thinks might be better for the country for crypto. This is an interesting interview that just happened. I want to play these clips. Also, I have a ton of XRP news. We're going to talk about the SEC. We're going to talk about other things, CBDCs and XRP. A lot of stuff in this video, so stick with me through the whole thing. So if you haven't been around the Twitter sphere in the last few days, Chris Larson gave $10 million in XRP to support Kamala Harris. And this created kind of a backlash on Twitter since there's a lot of pro-Republican, pro-Trump people on Twitter. And so Brad Garlinghouse addresses Harris and Trump in this video. So I want to play this video because I think it's relevant to the elections are just a few weeks away here, like 2 weeks away in the US. And a lot of people are very, either pro-Democrat or pro-Republican. And we really need to figure out maybe what side might be best for crypto. In the past, Republicans have led in Congress and the Senate to do with, by congressional hearings, holding the SEC accountable and trying to put legislation together for the crypto industry. Democrats have since come around, maybe over the last 6 to 12 months. They were most were very anti crypto for a very long time. I do think this has now become a bipartisan issue, and Brad Garlinghouse is basically put to the test here and asked, what he thinks. And so let me play this.
Your co-founder, Chris Larson, has given a lot of money to the Harris campaign. You had just told us a little bit ago that you are fiercely independent. And so when you think about the differences in the candidates and how they might approach crypto, what do you really know, particularly because the Harris campaign has been far more vague?
Well, I think there's one thing I feel very confident about, and that is the Biden administration's approach to regulation of the crypto industry. That is coming to an end for sure. And I think no matter where this plays out at the presidential level, we'll have a more constructive engagement with this industry. It's a critical industry. It's an innovative technology. And I think the United States should be at the forefront and leading, as we did with the Internet of Information. I think we'll get there. As I said yesterday at the Philadelphia Federal Reserve, I think Gary Gensler's reign of terror on the crypto industry is going to come to an end very soon.
Brad, in your view, does it matter if Kamala Harris is president come January 20th or Donald Trump is president come January 20th? What's better for you? What's better for Ripple?
Well, I've taken a very neutral point of view. For the crypto industry, I think it's clear that the Republicans at a macro level have been more proactive in saying this is an industry that needs clear regulation. You have seen a Republican-led bill in the House pass with 71 or 72 Democrats crossing the aisle to support that in a very bipartisan way. So I think we have seen a more Republican-centric, but I also think you've seen indications that the Harris campaign wants to reset some of the very flawed approaches that the Biden administration has had with the crypto industry and other parts of technology. So what I'm optimistic about is we're going to see a change. We're going to see a reset. And I think we need that at the federal level. The United States,
It's not me typing, just FYI.
There's no question. The United States is behind other leading countries like the UK, like Switzerland, like Singapore, like Japan, that are way ahead in providing constructive and clear regulation and rules of the road for this industry.
So just to be clear, Harris or Trump have not put together any type of, Harris hasn't really commented on crypto too much. Trump, of course, gave the speech at the Nashville Bitcoin conference. He's going to fire Gary Gensler on day one. Okay. And then that's it, right? He said that, he read a speech basically that his team put together, that he's going to be, pro Bitcoin and this and that. I've heard in some spaces that the people maybe that surround Trump that will be put into some of these offices will be pro crypto, but that we don't have any one way or another. So just FYI. So this has also been floating around over the past few days around the Twitter space. The court has not received any acknowledgement and notice appearance of the due date on October 18th. So the SEC missed the due date, went to file the appeal against Brad and against Chris Larson. This could be thrown out because they missed the filing date. This says pursuant to Second Circuit Rule 12.3, the Appeals Council acknowledgement and notice of appearance was due on October 18, 2024. The court has not received the acknowledgement and notice of appearance on behalf of the Appeals Council. So maybe the SEC just wanted to saber rattle. There's not a lot of time left, right, in this current administration. So even if they went through with this, could they see it through, right? if let's say Trump were to win, and this is if Trump were to win, his administration is going to take over the SEC, and they might just throw all of this out, right? So I don't know. I think this is kind of Gary Gensler's last days at the SEC, regardless of who wins. And thank God, it has been awful. It has been awful for the US, and we're not leading in this crypto race for the world right now. We are far behind. I think the US can catch up quickly, but we need to get our shit together. Let's be honest here. Versan put this out. A new reserve currency system is already in place. For over a decade, Ripple has been laying the groundwork with XRP positioned to replace the dollar's reserve currency. Let me play this clip.
BRICS Pay, which has no definition so far, which is similar to the MPay system that is already being implemented. But the IMF and the Bank of International Settlements are involved in it. And BRICS wants to do BRICS Bridge based on the M Bridge. But it has to be completely outside of the framework of the Bank of International Settlements or the IMF. Otherwise, you'll be reproducing a Western hegemony system. Same thing with the reform of the New Development Bank in Shanghai. I'll try to be diplomatic, but it's hard. Most experts know that the NDB is ineffective now because the statutes of the bank are based on the US dollar. How can you build an alternative geoeconomic system based on the currency that you want to bypass? So this brings us to the discussion, a discussion that we had in Moscow this past week. A group of experts, parallel to BRICS, they were discussing the concept of a new reserve currency. But this has to start from scratch. That you have a set of experts and then this has to go to BRICS experts and then has to go to the leaders. So, okay, how we're going to implement a new reserve currency from scratch. So that gives an idea to our audience of the complexity of what's being discussed
Okay, make no mistake, creating a new reserve currency, right? A currency that wasn't around, doesn't have countries currently using it for trade, for, oil, liquid, natural gas, whatever it is, right? Food, you don't have that currency created right now. So what are these countries? You have Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and then a bunch of countries that want to join BRICS. What currency are they all going to trust? Is this going to be a new digital currency that is created, or are the value behind the currency is a basket of their currencies? That's something that could maybe be created. Or are they going to want to use some type of digital asset that's already been around for decades that has billions of dollars? Like that's where we are right now. And I think we're still pretty far away from what this is actually going to look like. Now, he said that they're trying to copy the M-Bridge system. Now, seeing a lot of paperwork on the M-Bridge system, and I'm going to do a video specifically on BRICS and M-Bridge. Let me know down in the comments if you really want to see that, because I'm putting it together right now. I'm just trying to put some finishing touches on it. But the M-Bridge system, you have China, Thailand, Hong Kong, you have some other places that Ripple, you can use XRP in those areas. And so you start to wonder, all of these countries, BRICS especially, have tested XRP, and it's going to be interesting. I'll put that together and let you know. So if you don't know what this looks like, right, let me show you this. Check this out. So we got QR codes, like little wallets. Really quick system. Very quick system. Now, with this, somebody included this Moscow 2024 digitization of payments and implementation of innovations in the payment market. So in this document, there is this diagram, okay? Diagram of the mechanism of cross-border money transfers in the Ripple system. Now, this is probably one of the choices in here. Imagine there's several different currency options. And now you have, US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, Mexican peso, Philippine peso, Thai baht, and probably a ton of other currencies. But you need that bridge asset in the middle to go between these currencies for cross-border trade. And, you're talking about tokenization, DLT. We do know a company that's been working on that for quite a long time and has a digital asset called XRP that can be used in that system. Now, Crypto Barbie put this out. Ripple and XOPay joined forces to revolutionize digital currency in India. So check this out. This is pretty cool.
Consumers paying a merchant with an XtoCard wallet scan a dynamic QR code to establish a secure Bluetooth connection and approve their payments. The payer and the payee post these transactions when connected to the network. For offline card-to-card payments, a payee can generate a payment request by entering an amount using the navigation touch wheel or from a preset list. Both payer and payee verify a random code to ensure a secure Bluetooth connection is established. The payee approves an expiration date for the payment, and the payer approves the transaction. Both payer and payee post these transactions when connected. Online mobile wallet users can pay each other in person with a simple scan of a QR code or remotely by sharing wallet addresses via SMS and email. XtoPay is the result of 3 years of development by a world-class multidisciplinary team. XtoPay is a disruptive digital payment system that provides universal access for consumers and merchants, reducing merchant transaction fees to negligible levels. Based on a modified version of XRP's distributed ledger, XtoPay's backend is engineered to support permission DLT clusters, offline transactions, and an open-loop payment network. XtoPay can interface with banking and payment systems via APIs to provide a novel e-money solution and act as a Tier 2 retail CBDC platform. An interledger layer enables an open-loop payment system, allowing wallet holders of one bank to transact with wallets issued by another. XtoCard and mobile wallets provide universal access to consumers and merchants with or without smartphones or connectivity. Deviceless consumers can access their accounts via plastic QR code cards and their verified biometrics on the merchant or agent cards.
All right, I'll leave a link down to this if you want to watch the rest of it, but really cool stuff. And then you also have 2024 annual meeting with the IMF and the World Group, the BG, are taking place in Washington, D.C. The World Group is only in discussion with XRP and XLM. For those surprised by Ripple creating a stablecoin in 2021, the reason we predicted they'd create a stablecoin after reading this report is because the World Bank Group literally hid it in plain sight in 2021, and that their central bank digital currencies and cross-border settlement payments. So let me just play this clip for you.
Hello everyone. Greetings from Washington, where the IMF and the World Bank meetings are taking place now. It's just the beginning. It's busy, and we will take this opportunity to explain our monetary policy. The world economic outlook will be a topic discussed. We will bring our European understanding, and it will be a good opportunity to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the IMF, and also a good time to cooperate and compare notes. So a lot of work ahead of us, and we'll represent the ECB as well as we can.
All right, and then here is the document, and it talks about RippleNet's native digital currency XRP and Stellar's native cryptocurrency XLM. So these are the reasons I talk about XRP so much on this channel. Also, I don't talk about XLM that much, but I am obviously much more bullish on XRP and Ripple's future. Guys, we really are getting into some really interesting territory with the world transforming into this new DLT based system. It's exciting, right? It's exciting, and I will keep you up to date through all of this. Stay subscribed to the channel, leave a comment down below. Also, if you're looking to join a crypto alpha community like Kryptonaires, there's a link down in the description. It's half off right now to the end of the year. Come and see what we're about. There's postings about XRP. There's postings about utility. We have some stuff about meme coins, early opportunities, VC rounds. There's just a ton of value in that community. And for $50 a month currently right now, you can't beat it. So I'll see you around the community. Link down in the description. Aloha.